Honestly, have you ever thought to yourself, what am I doing here? I just don't know what all of this churchy language is all about. I don't know even what these words all mean. On Pentecost, God is saying to you and to me, don't worry about things like that. I came because I want to speak your language. I'm not going to wait for you to learn my language to come to me. And in fact, that's what it says in Acts chapter 2, verse 6, which is part of the story of that first Pentecost. Each one heard them speaking in their own language. This is the first manifestation, really, of an entire community that is spirit-filled, spirit-driven. And really, that story is all about making this point. It was never supposed to be a one-time thing. It's not limited to that very first Pentecost at all. It's supposed to be a mark of the church even now, today. This is a story that I have not told very often, but when I was a first or second year student at seminary, honestly, I've said before many times, in terms of my faith development, personal devotions, seminary was a great place in terms of being challenged academically and growing intellectually. It was wonderful. I loved both of those things about my studies at Luther Seminary in St. Paul, Minnesota. But one of those first years, I had a class that was all about worship. And it taught us students words like narthex and the names of all of the pieces of flatware for communion. And in fact, honestly, there's even a special name for a sink in the sacristy that's not connected, to the sewer, but drains into the ground. There's a special name for that. Well, I don't know any of those things because I found that class so boring. I think it was the first, maybe the second day, I just told myself, I can't do this. I'm not going. And so I didn't. I mean, I read the book, I took the test, I did the work, but I was never there. And so to this day, when people use words like narthex or a paten, which is a part of a communion set, I have to stop and think, really. Sometimes I even have to ask someone else what those words mean. I'm comforted to a degree, although I wish if I had it to do over again, I certainly wouldn't have skipped every one of Gerhard Cardford's classes on worship. But I am taking some small comfort today with the knowledge that Pentecost is all about God learning our language, not demanding that we learn all of this churchy, religious, well-behaved, right language. No, the good Lord says, on Pentecost and every day thereafter, this is all about me coming to you and me speaking your language that you will understand, language that you know, Words like forgiveness, love, acceptance. And so today, I try to tell myself, even though I'm not up on all of the latest and the greatest churchy language, God knows the language that I speak, backwards and forwards. And that is no small comfort to me, because that is what grace to go looks like.